Some days feel quiet in a way that hurts. Not loud pain, just a soft ache that stays with you. You can be sitting in your own home and still feel far away from life. That kind of loneliness is hard to explain. It is not always about being completely alone. Sometimes it is feeling unseen, even when your day looks normal. You wake up, the house is still, the morning begins, but nothing inside you feels fully awake yet. You make your coffee. You hear the spoon touch the cup. Small sounds seem louder when nobody else is there. You look toward your phone without meaning to. Maybe no call came. Maybe no message came either. You tell yourself it is fine. You tell yourself everyone is busy, but your heart still notices the silence. Evenings can feel longer now than they used to. The light fades, and the room starts to feel heavier. Weekends can be the hardest. The world seems to move somewhere else while you sit with too much time. You may not say any of this out loud. You may smile when someone asks how you are doing. You may say, "I'm fine," because that feels easier. It feels kinder. It feels like less trouble for others. But inside, there may be moments when you wonder where your place went. When did life get this quiet? There may be times when you miss simple things more than big things. A voice in the kitchen, footsteps nearby. You may miss being expected somewhere. You may miss being needed without having to ask for it first. Sometimes loneliness shows up in small daily moments. It sits beside you when you fold clothes or wash one plate. It waits with you at the window. It follows you into the bedroom at night. It is quiet but real. Maybe you watch the door less because you expect visitors, and more because the empty doorway says something to you. Maybe you turn on the television for company, not because you care about the show, but because silence feels too honest. Maybe you sit in your favorite chair and remember a time when the house had more movement, more voices, more life. There may be family who love you very much, but love from a distance can still leave a cold space. Children grow busy, grandchildren grow fast, friends move away, slow down, or leave this world before you were ready. A spouse may be gone, a brother may be gone, a dear friend may be gone. Their absence changes everything. Even if nobody means to hurt you, life can still feel as if it has slowly stepped back from you. That is one of the hardest parts. The pain is real, even when no one did anything clearly wrong. If this feels familiar, stay here with me for a little while. You do not need to push it away. You do not need to act stronger than you feel right now. You only need to breathe and listen. There is a reason this loneliness can grow deeper with age. It is not because something is wrong with you. Life changes in ways nobody fully prepares you for, and those changes can quietly take away more than time. Retirement can sound restful from the outside, but it can also remove structure, purpose, and the small daily contact you had. One day you had places to go. The next day there was nowhere you had to be at all. That kind of freedom can feel empty. Hours stretch wider, days begin to blend into each other. Health can change things too. Maybe walking feels harder now. Maybe driving at night feels unsafe. Maybe energy comes and goes. When your body asks more from you, the world can become smaller without warning. That can feel lonely in its own way. You may stop going to places you once enjoyed, not because you stopped caring, but because it became too hard. And then your circle gets smaller, your routines get smaller, your life becomes quieter than your heart wanted. Loss changes the shape of a day. A person can leave and every room begins to feel different. You still remember how they sounded in the hallway. You still remember how ordinary life felt with them nearby. Now even simple things can sting. Setting one plate on the table, locking up the house alone at night. There may be moments when you want to call someone. Then you stop yourself before you dial. You may think, "I do not want to bother anyone." That thought has broken more hearts than most people realize. You may wait for someone else to reach out first. You may hope they will somehow know you need them. And when they do not call, it can feel personal, even when your mind says it probably is not. That is how loneliness works sometimes. It turns silence into a question about your worth. It makes you wonder if you have become easy to forget. It makes you wonder if your life still matters to others. You may never say those exact words, but the feeling can still sit there, heavy and hidden. Sometimes the hardest pain is the pain you carry politely, the kind you tuck away so nobody feels uncomfortable. You learn to carry your own sadness. You learn to keep the room pleasant. You learn not to ask for much. But a heart can grow tired from always being careful. A heart needs warmth too. Maybe the hardest moment comes after dinner, when the dishes are done and there is nothing left to distract you. Maybe it comes on Sunday afternoon when everything feels slow and nobody seems to need anything from you. Maybe it comes in bed with the lamp off when memory feels louder than the room around you. Take a quiet second and notice your own answer. When does it hurt the most for you? Is it the morning? Is it the evening? Is it when you see other families together? Is it the empty chair, the quiet phone, the feeling that your world got smaller while you were trying to keep up? Whatever your answer is, it matters. Your loneliness has a shape, and it deserves gentle attention. And here is something important I want to say very clearly. Feeling lonely does not mean your life is over. It does not mean your best days are behind you. It does not mean you have nothing left to give or receive. It means you are human. It means your heart still wants connection. That is not weakness. That is life. The part of you that misses closeness is not a problem. It is proof that love still matters to you. Hope does not have to arrive in a big way. Sometimes it comes in one small warm moment. A short conversation can help. A familiar face can help. Even one gentle plan can change the feeling of a day. You do not need to fix your whole life by tomorrow. You only need one small step toward warmth. The first step may be simply naming what is true. You may need to say, "I feel lonely." That sentence can feel hard to say, even in private, but honest words can loosen some of the ache. When you name the feeling, you stop fighting a shadow. You begin to understand what your heart is carrying. You do not have to judge yourself for it. You do not have to tell yourself to just get over it. You can say, "This is a lonely day, not a bad life, not a broken future, just a lonely day." That small difference matters more than you may think. It makes room for kindness instead of shame. Another gentle step is noticing your hardest hours. Loneliness often follows a pattern, even when it feels random. If evenings hurt the most, prepare for evenings with care. If weekends feel empty, give them a little structure. You might light a lamp before sunset. You might play music you love while making a simple meal. You might keep one comforting thing ready for that hour. A warm drink, a favorite sweater, a phone number nearby. These are small acts, but they are not silly. They tell your heart, "I am not abandoning you tonight." Another step is reaching out in a smaller way than you first imagine. It does not have to be dramatic. You do not need to pour out your whole heart at once. You can begin with something simple and real. A short text can be enough. Thinking of you today, a small call can be enough. Just wanted to hear your voice. Sometimes the first reach matters more than the perfect words. Warmth often begins awkwardly, then slowly opens. If one person does not answer right away, try not to turn that into a verdict about your value. People miss things. Phones stay silent. Days get messy. That silence does not get to define you. Another gentle support is building one steady routine that belongs only to you. Something simple, something repeatable, something grounding. A morning walk to the mailbox can count. Watering plants can count. Sitting by the window with a journal can count. A routine does not have to impress anyone. Its job is to hold you when the day feels loose. It reminds you that your life still has shape. It reminds you that your presence still matters inside your own day. You may also need to protect the way you speak to yourself. This part is more important than it sounds. Loneliness can create cruel thoughts. Nobody needs me. I am in the way. I should not feel this much. Those thoughts feel true when you are hurting, but pain is not always honest. You are not less valuable because your phone is quiet. You are not less important because life changed around you. You are not a burden because you want company. You are not asking for too much by wanting to be remembered. Sometimes it helps to place one small point of connection into each week, something gentle and possible. A visit to the library, a church service, a senior center class if that feels right, a short coffee with a neighbor. Even one regular moment can soften the sharp edges of isolation. Familiar faces matter more than perfect friendships. And if getting out is hard, there are still ways to invite life closer. A phone call, a video chat, a doorstep visit. The goal is not a busy calendar. The goal is a warmer life. You deserve moments that feel human and shared. You deserve days that do not leave you feeling erased. There is also comfort in remembering that not every lonely day means you are failing. Some days are simply heavier. Rainy days can feel heavier. Holidays can feel heavier. Anniversaries can feel heavier. Some dates carry old pain. On those days, be extra gentle with yourself. Lower the pressure. Keep the day soft and simple. Eat something warm. Open a curtain. Step outside for 5 minutes if you can. Let the air touch your face. Sometimes healing is not traumatic. Sometimes it is just refusing to be hard on yourself. And sometimes the deepest comfort is this: you are not the only one who knows this quiet pain. There are other hearts sitting in other rooms, holding the same silence, asking the same silent questions. That may not remove your loneliness right away, but it can remove the shame around it. You are not strange for feeling this. You are not weak for missing closeness. You are not too old to need comfort. You are still a full person, still worthy of care, still worthy of attention, tenderness, and meaningful connection. Please hear that clearly. You are not invisible, even if some days make you feel that way. You are not forgotten in the ways that matter most. Your life has left marks of love all around you. The meals you cooked mattered. The work you did mattered. The people you care for still carry pieces of you. Even now, your presence matters more than you know. A kind word from you can still steady someone else. Your story did not lose value because life became quieter. Quiet is not the same thing as empty. There is still room for laughter, still room for friendship, still room for a peaceful afternoon that feels good again. There is still room for new habits, new conversations, and new kinds of closeness that fit this season of life. It may look different now. It may move slower now, but different does not mean finished. You have not missed your chance to feel connected again. You have not aged out of being understood. And if today's been one of those days, I hope you let this message sit beside you a while. I hope it feels like a hand on your shoulder, not pushing, just staying. You do not have to solve everything tonight. You do not have to become cheerful all at once. Maybe tonight you simply tell the truth about how it feels. Maybe tomorrow you make one small call. Maybe this week you choose one simple routine that gives your day a little more shape. Maybe you stop apologizing, at least inside your own heart, for needing warmth and connection. That would already be a meaningful beginning. Small beginnings count, especially now. If this voice felt close to your own heart, you can stay connected here with me. If you want, leave a simple comment and say, "I understand this," and if this brought you comfort, you can like and subscribe for more gentle company.